in here in the barn, just towards the end of the concrete process, and I am beginning to get my archive on once again. It's just all the stuff that ends up collecting, and I look around me and all I see is all these boxes full of stuff, and it's stuff I've collected from Kurb and from my life in different parts, and my mum's old stuff, and it's, stuff that I remember hanging around the house from when I was a kid, and I'm just looking at it, and all these memories are coming at you, and you're sitting there going, man, what am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to pack it up and throw it out? Well, I've learned in this life that that's what eventually happens to all the stuff anyway. It ends up in a skip. If you don't decide to do something with it, then in the end, something happens out of your control. It sits here until it doesn't, because somebody's died, or something's been sold, or something's happened, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. It ends up in a damn skip. That's what happens. And, after all the things that I've been through, tidying up my mum's place, trying to get this place, going around Europe and Asia for months at a time, and, having all crazy adventures and meeting girls and wondering where my life's going to end up, I'm here to try and make something out of this junk before it just ends up in a skip too. It's about being active rather than passive, and letting the process become a work of art within itself, to accept that really most of the stuff, it doesn't have no value. The value is in the process of asking, what is this? What is this damn thing? What is this object? What does it mean? What part of something bigger is it? What is the meaning of it? To grasp that process of asking what the meaning of an object is, and the process itself must be turned into art. The process of picking up all these little bits of your history and saying, well, what does this mean now? What did it mean? What is the purpose of it? That is what art is all about. It's trying to make sense of the senseless. And it would possibly be a pretty stupid, fruitless, pointless exercise if it wasn't for the fact that I've been confronted with this again and again in my life, and seen that it's not just me. It's a repeating pattern in people's lives, that this junk just gathers up. And what is it? And if, rather than, like I say, it just ending up in a skip, because that's where it's bound for. It's all caught up in the concept of minimalism, that everything is on a journey to somewhere. And that's what I realized when my mother died, was that all these things that she was hanging on to, all these things that she was hoarding, she filled her damn house up with all this kind of junk she found on the side of the road, or actually really valuable, cool little things that actually were something, or meant something, or looked like something, or had some kind of meaning in them. Well, it didn't matter one way or the other. It was all going to end up in a damn skip, and it all just ended up, what did it end up meaning in the end? Oh, days and weeks of work for her family, trying to work out what the hell is all this stuff, and is it of any value? Is it any purpose? I want to be active in that process and making it happen. I want to act upon the substance before the substance gets acted upon in a way that is beyond my control, or that my hand is forced. Because rather than just letting time, letting the narrative, letting the process wash over you, you are taking control. You are deciding what it is that you're going to make out of this stuff before it reaches its inevitable conclusion of just being destroyed, reduced to ashes. Such is the way of all flesh. You might as well make it into something, even if making it into something is making it into nothing. The urge to destroy is a creative one, to search for meaning by being artistic, because I think in a lot of ways that's all we end up in life. And if the ultimate statement is to make room, that by choosing to get rid of and clear the space and destroy the things that don't matter, we make so much more space in our heads, in our lives, in this very space for the things that really do matter. And if that is a product of the process, which is an artistic one, then that must be a good thing. And it must be a good thing for us to learn to control it, to learn to take action, to learn to accept that this is life. If we don't make the decisions, if we don't take the action, the decisions get made for us. I'd rather choose art that is active. And through that, maybe we gain something more. We gain some kind of understanding. We gain more than we lose. When we destroy it all, when we set fire to it all, when we take a photo of something and then we set fire to it and we film that, and then we take on the artistic process of using the film and the image of our destruction as the basis of more art and further breaking down, further deconstruction, then in that artistic process we gain more, we become more, we say more, we be more, we are more.